Alright, welcome back everybody. We are now going on to the semifinals, which is not what it says in the title. Ha! I changed it. Did I? Yes. Good. Okay, first matchup is going to be a PvZ between Cosy and WandS. That's right, WandS has actually made another semifinals here. I don't know how this happened, because this guy, I thought he was like C+ max, but apparently he's just owning it up here. He, I don't know what he did. When he like the last week he's been training in the hyperbolic time chamber, so he's actually had like 5 years of StarCraft practice now, and is now just tearing it up. So that's pretty impressive. Cosy, on the other hand, did I believe make the qualify for the last season of TLS, but dropped out in the round of 24. So he's back here to qualify again, and he's made it to the semifinals. And these are now best of 3s, so yeah, first map Jade, here we go. Alright. Uh-oh. I have been hacked by the Matrix or something. Anyway, at the top left, as the brown Zerg, we have IOPS Zerg Boy, aka Cosy. Is he really pretending to be in the IOPS team? I'm pretty sure that'll get you banned from Fish, but alright, that's cool. At the bottom left, as the purple Protoss, we have WandS. IOPS is the Korean clan, right? Because there's like IOPS Sense and stuff, and IOPS someone else. I'm sure IOPS Sense is a Korean player, so I'm pretty sure that's a clan. Oh well, whatevs. I actually saw someone on Shuttle's stream the other day, in like the clan channel with Shuttle, like speaking English, and so Shuttle actually asked him like, for his link on Netcafe or whatever, to like verify that he was actually in the clan. It's pretty funny. Anyways, PPZ on Jade. Oh, that's very close. I think that's actually okay. It always makes me nervous though. Pretty sure the Nexus will be touching. I hope so. I don't know why he made it so far to the left, because his position is really nice to wall. You just do like Forge and Gateway, and the pylon position doesn't have to be that accurate. So yeah, no need to get too crazy with that. So we've got an overpull here from a Zerg Boy, aka Cosy. And looks like the Forge, see, I think it barely touches here, so that's fine. I was actually slightly concerned that this might be too far to the left, because if this Forge I think is one more to the left, so everything's can probably run under it. But as it is now, I think that is okay. Anyway. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So we're going to have Forge, Nexus, and then Cannon. Even though he's blocking this hatchery, that seems like a risky move to me. I think he might die. Like now. If these Lings go straight to his base, I think he's gonna die. And the Overlord sees it, so I think WandS is now dead. Why the hell is Cosy chasing this probe, man? Screw the probe, just go kill him. What the fuck are you doing? You could have just won the game right now. What the fuck? Are you shitting me? Oh my god, WandS was like, here dude, I'll let you win the game right now. And Cosy's like, no thanks, I'm okay. I don't actually need to win games today. I'm just here for fun. What the what is this? What is he doing? He made 8 Lings and he's just like dicking around at his third? What does he even do? What's over there? What does he think the Protoss main is over here or something? I mean, what is he doing with these Lings? What is he actually doing? Why did he even make 8 Lings if he's not attacking? Did he make 8 Lings to block a probe? Seriously? Why? What? He saw how late the cannon was. I mean, even if he didn't see, normally, oh my god, no, okay, normally if you block the overpool like that, you can't go Nexus first, especially if you're not cross positions. If you're cross positions and you go Forge Nexus Cannon against an overpool, that's like barely in time. And if you block the hatchery, you know your opponent is making 6 lings. And so WandS, I think, made a mistake there in his timing. Like that should not have been allowed to happen. But I don't know what the hell Cozy's doing right now. Alright, whatever. That's cool. Alright. So WandS gets away with that, and now has the nice little wall in here that you get on Jade. And Cozy's just taking his third at the top right. I still don't know why he's got 8 links though. I still don't know why he's dicking around over here. He's gonna block this probe. Alright. That's cool. Did you really need 7 links to do that though? Like seriously? Is he at least Hydra busting? He's not Hydra busting. Because if he was gonna like Hydra bust and wanted 8 links to make absolutely sure that the probe didn't scout it, I mean, I'd be like, okay, that's not optimal, but that's whatever. But he's not even doing that. So he's poking over here. Does he at least have link speed? Okay, he's getting link speed, but run-bys don't work in this position on Jade. It's just not possible. I mean, like, the ramp is on the other side of the cannons, and it's so tight that the cannons even range the Nexus the way WandS has made this wall. So even if he went for a run-by, like at best, he could just like goof off back here behind the natural, but that doesn't really do anything because there's Zealots out already. So run-by's not gonna do anything. It's actually made more links here, and despite having speed, might even let the probe into his main. I think he'll kill it before it gets anywhere though, yeah. But he now actually has, you know, 10 or 12 speed links, which I'm pretty sure don't do anything at this point. I mean, he can keep denying scouts, but he didn't have to make more links for that. Maybe he was slightly scared by the Zealots poking out, but I don't know. In fact, his Overlords are curiously positioned. He's positioned them in the middle of the map rather than like one outside the Protoss Natural. I guess he didn't want to lose it to the Corsair, but that's interesting. That kind of loses him some vision. I mean, WandS is going very standard Stargate Citadel in his main base anyway, and it looks like Cozy's probably just gonna get some Scourge, deal with this, and then just play standard. I mean, he is just doing the standard SimCity, getting the 5 hatches at the natural and the third. So first Corsair gonna get a kill because the Spire's only just now finished, but I think it'll get just the 1 Overlord kill, and then it will have to skedaddle. Looks like the other Corsair was actually looking for Overlord. So I guess this positioning actually, now that we see how the Corsairs are missing everything, it's not terrible. But in fact the Corsairs will find this other one. I really don't think he can actually get it though. These Scourge are going to chase him off. Should not lose those. Whoa! That was cool. And by cool I mean Scourge are pretty dumb. So it looks like WandS will actually save these both. And he's actually getting +1 as well. So it looks like he's going Corsair Speedlock here. Yep, definitely doing that. Pretty good stuff, pretty good stuff. He's actually built the second gateway that is natural as well, even though there were no scouting overlords in his main. I think that's fine. And we do see Cozy getting a quick 4th base here, so if Cozy's not careful, these speedlots could do a lot of damage here, because the SimCity on this map is a little bit tricky, as you can see. You can't make the nice little wall with the hatchery like you can Fighting Spirit, but so Zergboy's instead doing this one, where you wall with the hatchery in another building. So he's doing like a Protoss wall, kind of, but there's still a gap on the side, and especially in the case of the natural, it's a little bit far from the minerals if you just compare it to the one on Fighting Spirit. So if his reaction time isn't great, Zealots could easily run in and do some serious damage here. Anyway, Cozy should know now that, well, at least there's going to be mass Corsairs. Now the Zealots are moving out, Cozy should know exactly what's going on here. Look at the slow reaction to these things. Well, that's actually really slow reaction. Are you serious? Is he really A-? He's got 400 APM, and he's hit A- before, I'm pretty sure. And he just lost like a dozen lings to Zealots. That's pretty weird. Alright. Really should have at least pulled a couple of them back. I can understand losing some of them, but... Oh, it's not tight on the left side either! Oh, shit! Oh god, it's the oh shit moment! Well, there goes your main, bro. Oh my god. Alright, so the main is gone. There's nothing you can do about that. He's only got Lings. Lings aren't even gonna touch these Zealots. The +1 Zealots just gonna keep the Lings alive. WandS is freaking out a little bit. He can just attack. Those should actually, Creon's doing a good job. Maybe he's got enough. Looks like he's gonna have to run back behind the minerals. But now the Corsairs are moving out and killing everything, so Cosy's just getting completely supply blocked. Oh, look at that. Zealot's got a nice little arc there. So, Cosy. Oh, with a nice drone kill though. Ooh, cute. Alright, nice. So he actually breaks that. Well, after losing his pool and his spire, but he does break it. He saves his lair. So that's not terrible, but he's now completely supply blocked, even after losing a bunch of units, and WandS is still doing just fine. A bit of a idle probe issue, but it's not a huge deal. And yeah, Cosy should probably, I don't know, like block this with a couple of Zerglings or something. He's having to rebuild his pool now. WandS, you know, with a very nice supply lead, 79 to 52 right now. And looks like he's got a couple of DTs over here. There are spore colonies at both naturals, so unless the DTs actually get dropped into the mains, he will be okay. And doing a nice job there, grabbing a couple of those Corsairs. Just, you know, making sure the Corsair count doesn't get too out of control. Although WandS is fine with that, he's just going to take third base. I'm expecting some kind of... Okay, is he not getting a robo? Alright, that's interesting. So, I mean, you know, when you have this kind of advantage, oftentimes a Protoss will try and just like drop DTs into the main, because these mains, either the fourth base at the top right main or the actual main base are quite vulnerable to DT drops when you have all those Corsairs out and he's already killed so many Overlords. So you can oftentimes just do a huge drop and do a ton of damage, but it looks like WandS isn't going to try anything like that. Going to play a little bit more straight up here. And there's the robo at his natural, but that's now just a timing where he just wants orbs, he doesn't want to get pinned by lurkers, which aren't coming anytime soon. That's the second Hydra upgrade, so lurkers may just now be starting. Yeah, there we go. So WandS has plenty of time now to get his observers out, and the Corsairs are still marauding around, as you can see, keeping Cosy supply blocked, which is a pain in the butt. In fact, these Overlords are quite vulnerable if the Corsairs head over there. Be quite bad for Cosy. Looks like Cosy though is going for a big Hydra attack. Ooh, he's gonna snipe a High Templar. That's a pretty big loss. I think that was a pathing issue because it was spawned from this gateway but couldn't actually go in. Oh my god, he's actually gonna transfer probes through Hydras. That seems less than ideal. Well, at least the Zealots are gonna save him. So he only uses a couple of probes. That could have been a lot worse. Imagine if there were two lurkers there. That would have been horrible. I don't know why he's not moving out with the High Templar and the rest of the army. He really should just move out. He's got 5 High Templar, they are vulnerable, yes, but he doesn't want to lose his base. And if he moved in with the Zealots at the same time, he could have done a lot better here. So he's kind of like lost half his army there because they weren't all together. But he is actually going to save it also, especially with that DT. Got to be a little bit careful that these High Templars don't get sniped, but it looks like Cosy doesn't have quite enough to do that. So Cosy making a bit of a comeback here, doing some good damage to the Protoss. It looks like is WandS gonna find all these Overlords? I don't know why he's not going over here. Like, the obvious spot where Overlords are hiding is over the one Spore Colony. One Spore Colony actually does almost nothing to, like, that many Corsairs. Like, you know... Zerg will just put his Overlords there and think it's okay, but it's actually not okay. Okay, here we go. Hydra's moving in. There's a lot of High Templars, not many supporting units, though, so the Storms have to be really good. And it's gonna come partially down to the Storm dodging as well. Meanwhile, oh man, the Corsairs are suiciding themselves because WandS is not paying attention. WandS, despite showing some pretty good early game control here, is kind of losing control of his army. I'm not really sure how to describe what's happening right now. He's I don't know. Seems to be having a little bit too much to handle for some reason. Even though, you know, he's still only on 3 bases, he doesn't have that many units yet. Cosy, on the other hand, is actually macroing up quite nicely here, getting a good number of Hydra Lurker. And he is still on 4 bases, so even though he took a hit earlier on, he didn't actually lose that many drones to the Zealots. So even though he lost some tech structures, it wasn't actually a huge deal in the end. And so he's actually doing okay. He's 95 supply against 128. That's fairly acceptable. I mean, Zerg's generally about 20 supply behind anyway. And yeah, it looks like WandS is content to just sit on his 3 bases and macro up a little bit. I think that's absolutely fine. And then he's gonna start poking around a bit. But you know, it is pretty hard to break these lurker fields at the top of these wide ramps. So not too much he can do about that, even if he did move out once Cosy establishes positions there. It looks like he's finally gone for that DT drop, as I said. Overload speed is done, and there are still a good number of Corsairs. Nice reaction by Cosy, pulling these drones away immediately. It looks like WandS is going to go straight for the Hive, which at the moment is still a lair, so it doesn't have the extra HP that it gets from being a Hive. And it looks like the Overlord's actually following the... Oh man, there's a combo Storm drop, and whoa, do we have another Storm? Oh man, it looks like one of the High Templar got picked off immediately, but this Hive could get taken down. For some reason, though, the Corsairs aren't here to help out, and it looks like it's probably going to survive. And when that finishes, the Hive will also grant itself some extra HP here. Let's see, it's going to jump up from 153 to 853, so it just gained an extra 700 HP right there. So a bit of a waste there by WandS, but it looks like he's just going to move out with his main army. He's at 155 supply right now. Feels confident. He's at 2-0 upgrades, good upgrades. Zerg only at... Okay, no, never mind. He's got +1 attack, ranged attack. I'm actually have a pro coming down to the bottom right, so it looks like WandS is actually thinking about sneaking a relatively quick 4th here. Meanwhile, going to go do a Storm Drop at the top right. WandS' main army moves up here, but that's a pretty big lurker field at the top, and yeah, it doesn't look like WandS is going to try and commit up there. I think that would be a little bit foolhardy. Oh, it looks like the probe actually decided not to go build a base on the bottom right. Not sure why. But WandS is probing around here. He's gonna be a little bit more careful with his army. He's gonna try and storm down the lurker field. Yep, there we go. That's exactly how you do it. And he did have a lot of storms built up because he had like 5 Templar really quickly. And it looks like now this is the time to A-move. He's going for the bust actually. He's not scared. I really like this from WandS. We've seen so many Prowesses on this map just be so timid. And just, they see like 2 lurkers and they're like, oh my god, I can't attack up the hill. But WandS, he doesn't care. He's going to storm it down and go for it anyway. Like a boss, like a true manly Protoss. Unfortunately, he's storming 2 of his own Templar as well as his Observer, so he can no longer actually see these lurkers. Just, less than ideal. But, who needs to see lurkers, man? Storm them into oblivion. Anyway, so his army's now stranded because his lurker's like in the retreat path. But he's going to bring out some more reinforcements. He's even going to bring back the Corsairs and the Storm Drop. Really needs to bring over an Observer though. That's the key component that's missing. Here we go. Storm in the natural, or not? Just kidding. And it looks like his goons might get taken down if he doesn't storm these lings though. He really needs to storm it. Goons are not efficient against lings at all. Oh man, he's killed all his own High Templar there. So it looks like the last goons are actually going to get killed. Unless they can actually sneak out the left side there. That might be pretty cool. But the problem here is, look, this WandS, like a mass goon Templar army is strong, but you need High Templars to back it up. Pure Dragoon is actually not efficient at all against mass Hydroling Lurker. It's actually really bad. The composition is only strong if you have a lot of storms to go with it, which he should have because he's on 3 gas already. Oh man, WandS having some serious macro issues. 1500, 1500. So that's what's going on here. He's just not macroing properly. He's being a little bit, I guess, paying a little bit too much attention to the army, being a little bit fancy. But look at this. Oh man, losing control of these goons as well, and losing a pretty expensive army there. So he's bringing up his reinforcement army, but that was not ideal. All right, he's moving up though. The lurkers actually aren't burrowed in position yet. Looks like Cosy getting caught completely off guard here. He's not burrowing the lurkers for some reason. I don't know why he's not looking here. Kind of reminding me of what happened earlier in the game where he just kind of let 12 lings die to speed loss even though he was getting the attack warnings. So yeah, losing like 5 lurkers there for free, really poor there from Cosy. And actually, WandS might bust this, although a lot. Oh my god, so many units pouring out of the Nidus. They might all be stuck though. They can't even get out. Oh man, look at them, they're all stacking now because his eggs morphing. Oh god, but there's not that many Protoss units left. There's a lot of Dragoons, and actually WandS is reinforcing. He's also getting a 4th base, although it looks like a few lings are going to go counterattack and deny that. And WandS, again, with just no High Templar here, can't actually stem the tide of mass Hydra Ling. He's a big lurk field there now as well, which is quite good. I mean, if WandS can reinforce well enough, he can kind of hold position here, maybe pick off the hatchery in the den. But that's about as good as it's going to be. Somehow the Lynx didn't actually kill this. I assumed they would. It looks like he just ran straight down into the main. That's why. And it looks like WandS is pressing the issue, but that's a lot of lurkers still. I think we should move back and at least kill these 2 buildings first so he's not walled off. And those these observers aren't actually even in vision of the lurkers either. And there's the Dark Storm, so he's going to have to pull back for sure now. There he goes. He does still have a couple of storms, though. Really should storm this. There's the perfect storm. He should get one more, though. They're all clumped, and boom! Taking those lurkers down. Meanwhile, the units that came down to the bottom right to reinforce have protected this against the Lynx. So WandS, even though having some small macro issues, some small army control issues, is now going up to 4 base against a 4 base Zerg, and still sort of has map control, is still keeping the pressure on here at the natural. Just non-stop aggression from him actually, which is really cool. A lot of Protoss players, when they see the lurkers coming out, will get a little bit scared, but not WandS. Although somehow Cosy is actually even supply now, 147 against 148, and that's bad. Protoss is supposed to be ahead in supply, so I don't know how this has happened. I guess he's made a bunch of ultras or something. I'm like looking for an army here. How does he have 150 supply? What does he even have? Alright. Oh, there are the cows. Okay, the cows are actually all going for the attack. Oh man, 6 ultras coming down. I don't think they have their carapace. Is that the carapace? No, that is the carapace upgrade. Okay, so they're going to take down the space easy peasy, and just as the probes transfer as well. So a bit unfortunate for WandS. I mean, that is a problem on this map in CBP, or rather in any matchup where you want to take a 4th base. Like in TVP for Terran, it's very hard. Basically, the 4th base on this map is quite difficult to take. So, you know, I can't really fault WandS too much for losing that. And he really doesn't have any Archons as well, so his composition is completely wrong for dealing with this Ultra Link, so I think this is probably going to be it for WandS. I don't think he can deal with the composition, and he doesn't have enough stuff to just break Cosy right now. You can see Cosy bringing back the Ultra Link after taking down that 4th base. Cosy now also taking the 3 o'clock, so yeah, it's looking very good. Very good for Cosy. Alright. So that army is history. Finally made a couple of Archons, but it's a little bit too late. Only Ultras left though, actually. No more Zerglings to help out, but I think that'll be enough Ultras anyway. Although Dragoons actually are not terrible against Ultralisks. When there's no Dark Storm, obviously. We can see Cosy actually double expanding now. And WandS actually seems to have forgotten about his Corsairs, which is a little bit unfortunate, because actually when the Zerg's going Ultra Link, Corsairs are very effective, obviously, because if they switched out of Hydra tech, then they have no mass anti-air to actually deal with your Corsairs. So a lot of players actually in the late game PvZ will switch back into Corsairs. But there's the GG from WandS, and we are going on to game number 2. Man, I really thought WandS actually had it there in the beginning of the game, like, you know, with that Zealot run by, and then he was just in solid control in the mid game. But unfortunately, you know, if you're gonna float 1500 against an opponent like Cosy, even though Cosy made some mistakes, he's still a pretty strong player. So that was that, and we're gonna go to a quick 30-second break, and then come back for the next game.